Hello everyone, I'm Tomas Zejda from Czech Republic.
Have you guys ever given up on a home workout halfway through and just thought, I want to go get ice cream instead?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Thule Outdoor Club News, your go-to source for fresh air, good people, and great stories from the outdoor world.
In this episode, we're diving into some epic adventures, from rooftop tenting collies to Europe's biggest bike festivals.
We'll also hear from Brodie Hood, currently at Camp 3 of Mount Everest, 7,000 meters up and climbing towards the top of the world.
Plus, we'll drop in on an inspiring conversation from Stockholm about staying active after becoming a parent.
But first, a Thule moment. And this time, it's a different kind of adventure, one that doesn't start with passports, but with 2 bags and a little spark called love.
Here is Unpacked Adventures, a quirky, heartwarming story about travel, serendipity, and what happens when gear goes off script.
Ooh.
That was the longest flight ever. I could eat my carry-on. I could eat the handle of my carry-on.
Okay. Not that hungry.
Wow, this is amazing.
So you want to use all the cash right away?
No, I don't want to use all the cash. I just want to use a little bit.
That's for you, Razzie.
This is $2,000 a night.
So yeah, our bags fell in love.
Okay, but how did we actually bring 2 bags to life and make them fall in love?
Here is a behind-the-scenes look at how it all came together, with the help from our amazing director and Thule ambassador, Eric Crosland.
Has your roller bag ever just rolled away from you? Have you ever been on a romantic vacation that just didn't work out the way you thought it would?
Discovered that my girlfriend is cheating on me.
Well, that happens to me every time I leave the house.
You know, every romantic trip doesn't really turn out the way most people think their trip's gonna be. That's then projected onto the 2 hero bags. And there's also sort of like a sub-theme of the secret life of roller bags. Basically, the Ion gets away from its owners and goes on an adventure.
It's alive!
In the swing arm scene, we see the couple go through rapid domestication, which ends with them interior decorating in their house, which is just the most challenging thing to do as a couple. And then we zoom in on the photo and we realize their entire life has passed them by, simultaneously revealing the entire product line.
Wow, there's a lot happening in the background that you don't see. I mean, our first time working with a puppeteer,
But there's a first time for everything, from bag romance in Italy to climbing to the rooftop of the world.
And dogs in rooftop tents. Let's have a look at what our ambassadors have been up to.
We're at Camp 2. Just behind us, I've been here all day. I think we're about 6,000 meters. Oh wow. Avalanche down roots, eh? Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, really exciting time. Amazing weather. And so good to be back up in the mountain.
Oh, what a magical place this is. Just at 7,000 meters, Camp 3. Amazing day, super hot. It's so good to be back up, and yeah, this is the hardest bit of the trip by far. From now on, we'll use oxygen from now on, so yeah.
Hi, my name is Hena and these are my two border collies, Chili and Zazu. We are from Slovakia and travel around Central Europe with this Thule Outdoor rooftop tent. We are currently on a road trip through Croatia, although our all-time favorite place is the Italian Dolomites. Through social media, we love to share how we travel with dogs and hopefully inspire others to take their dogs with them everywhere. The best advice I can share for traveling with dogs is to be prepared and be flexible. Plan ahead and check if the spot is dog-friendly and safe, and then be flexible because sometimes the weather changes fast or a trail turns out to be tougher than expected, and that's okay. If you are dreaming about camping with dogs, just go for it. It won't be always clean or easy, but it will be real. And one day you will look back and be grateful that they were there with you for all of it.
Oh, it's hard not to hold your breath when you watch that.
I know. And now, from the highest peaks to one of life's highest points, becoming a parent.
We've been wanting to have this conversation for a long time. How do you stay active with your kids?
So we brought in some incredible voices. Emelie Forsberg, Charlotte Kalla, and Aino and Caroline of Icona Pop.
Here is our panel discussion on training with your kids.
Hi!
Hi guys.
Hello.
What does it mean to you guys to be active with your child?
I think it's just something that I take for granted because I love being outside and I love, moving my body and doing fun things. So it's just such an important part of being with my kid.
Totally.
Exploring, like being outside and just forget about everything else and it's the most beautiful thing to see the world through their eyes.
And Emelie, you run with your kids a lot. Has that changed your view on training?
Yes and no. It's as a professional, it's hard to do your hard training with it, but for sure it's like the everyday training, and it's so nice, as Caroline
just
said,
to include them.
To be with the kids and to bring them to hike with them.
Yes, totally. And I know, what does a typical day look like for you as someone who's not a professional athlete, but you still like to stay athletic and active?
Well, I make sure to move my body at least once a day, like get my pulse up. Either it's like a quick walk or I go out running. I just had a kid, so I'm pretty careful with the running part right now, but I've started to run again, which for me it's the feeling of able to run, because I have two kids. So with my older son, I used to run a lot, and to be able to like sweat and feel alive, and also your kid think it's fun because everything moves so fast, and they're like sitting there and watching. It's like both of us is loving it.
So what did the first couple of weeks after pregnancy feel like? Was it what you guys expected? Was it completely scary and different, or how was that in getting back into your body?
I think it was difficult, even though I know a lot of how I should train and I feel my body and what I'm able to do. It was a new experience, and I was a little bit scared for what I could do. I didn't want to get problems in the future, and often it was after my training session I get the answer if this was enough or too much. So it's not easy.
Yeah, it's like a whole new thing to navigate.
Yeah.
How about everybody else? How was that?
Yeah, I started exercising again pretty early, but with a personal trainer. We took it so slow. For me, it was just like to be able to go there. And I thought it was pretty hard finding my core again. And also when you sing and you stand on stage, like the core is so important.
Yeah. What about, I mean, both of you, they're professionals, so.
Yeah.
I think for me it have been very different, like each pregnancy, like the 3 pregnancies. The first one, as you also said, we are pretty strong, like coming from our professional, like racing career. So for me it was pretty easy coming, or like finding my strength again after the first one. And the second one, it was a bit harder. So then for this third, I changed my training. And as we talked about, like the core is pretty like essential for everything. So I was mainly working on the inner transverse abs, and that was really helpful. So the third one, I feel pretty like.
Wow, so you're already training again.
Not for being a professional athlete maybe,
Right.
but I'm moving my body and
That's
I
great.
like feel happy.
I felt my strongest almost
Yeah.
during my pregnancy, and
Oh,
I
wow.
started
Yeah, me too.
doing deadlifts and stuff that I've never really like. I always worked out and exercised in different ways, but just like lifting,
That's awesome.
and I
Yeah.
felt so powerful.
Yeah.
And it was cool to be able to do that during
Yeah, that is
pregnancy
cool.
That is so cool.
as well.
And what I was thinking is that in the like athlete community, it has become so much more common that you can actually have a career after having babies.
Oh, that's
And that's
good.
I love to see that. Like love to see women coming
Yeah.
back racing at a high level and like just
Yeah.
finding
Yeah.
your new way into like how to train and how to travel and how to adapt the life with kids. And I don't know how it is in the cross country, but in skimo and running, it's so nice to see, and also that races and like organizations and sponsors can adapt, which is super nice.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It has developed a lot
Yeah.
past years. Do you like bring your kids with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Our youngest actually followed us to Himalaya when we were, she was 6 months. She was with us when I was pregnant also. So we climbed 6,000 meters and she, she's
What a
really like
cool thing.
a mountain baby.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
They follow us, yeah.
So our next question was kind of about that. Like, did you feel a lot of pressure? I mean, for singing, for being athletes, like, did you feel tons of pressure? Or were you able to kind of like ignore that and be patient with yourself? Or was that a challenge?
I had no plan to come back to a professional athlete career. So I wanted to go back running quite early, but my body told me that now you have to be patient. So I was really happy to be able to discuss with a good physiotherapist. And it was also a interesting journey to take, because I felt I was stronger after giving birth. When I did yoga sessions, I had more control of my body that fall.
I know you said you try to do something every day to stay active, like whether it's walking or anything. Do you guys have like one thing you try to do every day, like yoga with the kids or a long walk, or do you like switch it up?
I just love being outdoors. So if I have a tight schedule, then I try to combine it, working out with or moving my body with being outdoors. So yeah, that can be a walk, that can be a little run or playing football with my kid.
And we're not those parents that are just sitting and watching our kids. We're always the parents like,
yeah, just like, come on, let's do this. And like, even when we travel, we always try to see the city and we want to move. So throughout the years, like, I have so many, like when you name a city, I'm like, oh, I remember when we were running.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that.
Such a good way of
it's awesome. Then you get to see the city and run.
Yeah, I love that as a exploration.
To find like the cutest little cafes just by running by, like, oh, we should just stop here.
Yeah.
It's
so
awesome.
fun. Yeah. Have you guys ever given up on a home workout halfway through and just thought, I want to go get ice cream instead?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
I think that's just a part of life.
Yeah. Actually, you know what sounds better? Ice cream.
Yeah, I think the balance is the best.
Totally.
How about nutrition? How important do you guys feel like nutrition is or has become in like training and staying active after having kids?
I am so happy that I got all my knowledge from being a professional, because adapting to become a parent has been really, really easy.
Yeah.
I have the planning and routines in my mind, and I really appreciate to be in routines. So
like that's normal for you
that's
anyway.
Normal.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you guys wish you had back when you were in the thick of being a new parent?
Be nicer to yourself.
Be nicer to yourself.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Be nicer to yourself. Yeah.
You are strong. You are picking up your baby late at night. You are maybe breastfeeding. You are working the whole day.
Yeah, you just created life like in your body. That should be enough.
And even though it's like this right now, you will be the new strong person in the future, but have patience.
And also ask for help. You can still be super strong and ask for help.
Yes.
And you too, like if you feel like you need something, or you know, help with something, or an hour for yourself. I feel like, that's something that I think is so important.
Cool. Well, that was really inspiring. It's so nice to hear. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Emelie, Charlotte, Caroline, Aino. Had a great time with you guys.
Thank you. From parenting hacks to pure tail-wagging chaos.
Imagine an obstacle race, but the athletes are furry, fast, and totally fearless.
Here's what happened at the Thule Dog Adventure Race in Stockholm.
And that energy, not just in Sweden.
We've been rolling across North America too, catching up with bike athletes, outdoor families, and Thule fans on the move.
Let's check it out.
It's a Thule day, every day a Thule day.
Pretty happy to be here with this crew and all these nice trails, so it's gonna be a good day.
Out here doing some laps.
this is Jenny Schmitz. I live in LA and it's springtime and we enjoy the outdoors as much as we possibly can. We go for hikes up in the hills and on Sundays we go to the farmers market.
Yes.
Meanwhile, over in Europe, things are moving fast and loud.
Thule ambassadors like Elliot Jackson, Martin Soderstrom, and Tomas Zeta were tearing it up at the continent's biggest bike festivals.
Peak season, peak stoke. Let's ride.
Hello everyone, I'm Tomas Zeta from Czech Republic and we are here in the Prague Bike Festival. And now it's time for the bigger elimination.
Hey, my name is Tobias Voggen and we are here at the Riva Bike Festival in Italy. That's what mountain biking on Lake Garda is all about. Skinny, rocky trails and a lot of technical stuff. It's so good.
Baby!
Yes, let's go! First time that me and Elliot will be riding, so we're very excited to check out the trails. Slowly getting there. A little drink, and then we'll keep pushing. Elliot, we don't have all day! What a ride, Elliot!
And now, the moment you've been waiting for.
The mystery tent, the secret guest.
You've seen the clues, you've made your guesses.
Let's find out who's been hiding in our second episode of My Outdoor Home.
Woohoo! Hello guys, if you guessed Xavier de Rue, then you were right. Well done, congratulations. And yeah, I'm happy to present you a bit my camping setup. This is my outdoor home. This is the approach large from Thule. And I really love it because it's like so quickly installed, it's comfortable. Even if the grounds are not perfect, you can always find a spot. So yeah, this is great. This is my outdoor home.
Wow, what an episode. From Croatia to Italy to Everest, even a dog race in Stockholm. And we're just warming up.
In the next episode, we'll explore the Scandinavian Rite to Rome, meet a legendary forest creature, and get an update from the Keswick Mountain Festival.
Plus, some serious waves. We're talking surfing.
Until then, stay active, stay outside, and stay curious.